So, welcome back again, guys. So, after us ranting about children for the last half an hour, I feel old. Doesn't most of you guys?
Yes, well, the fact of the matter is that it started from the subject that me and Harvey were covering, which is a combination of being concerned as a citizen over people that seem to play their music loudly, and the fact that I believe these people need to be strung up and hung like a piñata.
Personally, I feel like finding a porch and sitting on a rocking chair and shaking a cane from it.
Give me some lemonade, I'm game.
I feel like walking into a bank and just like start folding out my change and seeing how much I can get for like a bill.
But yes, continuing on upon this ranting that we've been doing, another thing that pisses me the fuck off are people that have no concept of an inside voice. Mm-hmm. Right? I'm not talking about people that, well, not people, but kids that yell and stuff, or just teenagers that get overly excited and yell. But
yo, man, what's up?
Yeah, I'm talking about people that literally sit right next to each other or right across from each other, and their entire conversation is like 30 decibels higher than it freaking should be. Yo!
All of these kids will walk around.
No, I'm not talking about kids.
Oh,
kids,
okay. Yes, kids, but also people.
Kids get overly excited. Kids will do this. I'm talking about like grown people that have no concept of what it is to have a private conversation. Like,
you think these people's
every single comment they make has to be screamed out so everyone around them can hear it.
No, I just banged this chick last night, and
it's as if their childhood hero was Dill from Sticking Around. Hey, you guys! Oh my god!
Yeah, like when I went to the restaurant for my mom's birthday, the table next to us were just three people, a woman and two men, and their entire conversation, they were pretty much yelling at each other. And not like angry, it was just like screaming to each other their conversation. And I'm thinking,
I blame headphones.
There's no music playing here because this restaurant sucks.
I think.
So why do you have to yell?
Well, you never know. People nowadays have so many earbuds in their phones that they fuck up their hearing.
No, okay.
Well,
no.
People who listen to their music too loud can ruin their hearing a bit.
But not enough that you have to yell. Mm-hmm. Okay? To get that kind of damage, you literally need to spend your days without headphones in front of a freaking airport. Okay? The fact of the matter is that these people have no concept of an indoor voice and don't understand what a simple, quiet, calm conversation is. Mm-hmm. Okay? They can't just simply sit next to the person that they want to talk to and speak to them normally. As you notice, right now, I am not yelling, but I'm still projecting. Mm-hmm. Okay?
But deep down, he's in a fitful rage.
Yes, but Mark, if that I at least know when there's a time and a place to
unleash
unbridled fury and
usually upon the dog.
Yeah. There's a difference between unbridled fury at idiots, morons, and just plain the scum of the earth. Republicans. Sorry, did I cough?
I thought we're not going to go political. Stop that.
We're not going to Canadian politics.
Stop that.
Speaking of people who talk overly loud in horrible situations, I can't stand people that do this when you're watching a movie in the theater. Yes. I had an experience one time. I can't remember what movie we were watching.
Mind you...
oh my god, I saw a boob right on the screen!
Now, mind you, there's a difference between speaking loudly and then just... When you're with friends and you're watching a movie that's kind of boring and you want to just have some fun by making silly comments about it. But You're not yelling those comments out.
There's a difference between having a hushed voice that's small, that's low enough that you're just keeping it between your friends.
Yes.
But when you're just actively just talking out loud, who cares? I had one experience. I was watching a movie with my mom, my brother, and my sister. This was just a couple years ago, and this does not just apply to young people, but there's a group of 3 or 4 teenage girls and they were just totally chatting while the movie was starting up, and everyone's getting increasingly annoyed with them. But as my mom did point out, it's a Canadian thing to be kind of non-confrontational to some degree, so people weren't saying anything. My brother, who was born in the U.S., eventually turns around and actually says, "Shut the fuck up!" To which they kind of snicker, but then pretty much slow down. Everyone around us applauded him because everyone was thinking it, but no one else actually had the balls to say it.
The fact of the matter is that there's no such thing as a time and a place where you have to speak loudly outside of an emergency. Okay? If you need to get somebody's attention because it's an emergency, fine. You should speak loudly so they have your attention. But if you're just having a normal conversation in like a restaurant or a lounge or a cafe,
in a department store, even.
Yeah, you should just keep it so that just you and the person you're talking to can hear it. Okay, if you make it loud, you're either just being annoying, being a douchebag, or you're talking about something that you want other people to hear about because you're trying to impress people.
And that's just, douchebaggery.
It's douchebaggery. No other.
I think that's our word of the day today.
Yeah,
douchebaggery. Mm-hmm. I think I've heard a lot.
As to coin a phrase from Nash, from that guy with the glasses.
To coin?
Yep. Douchequake. I will have to explain that to these two later, apparently. Dear God, are they uneducated bastards.
It's not that we're uneducated, it's just we haven't seen it.
Also, if it's from something that someone else has said, that's not coining it. Coining it is starting it in the first place.
Yeah, but they did start it.
So you're not coining it.
Okay, but we're not gonna get to a debate.
Alright,
we're not going to another debate with you two.
Let's not get into semantics here.
Nerds and semantics go hand in hand. You know the card games.
Yes, I do, but that's where things get annoying and bad, and we're not talking about that.
So when you do the little information thing, we're gonna put down. Don't forget the little conversation between Matt and Harvey on semantics.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. We're doing a podcast. Come on.
We've all had that.
Come on.
We're not even going to go into the way people use literally wrong.
Oh. Come on.
You may have to touch upon that another time.
We
Dr.
will.
Mark.
We will. Oh,
bang
God.
on point, people.
But yeah, loud talkers.
Trying here.
Some common courtesy. Like, if you're in a place where the atmosphere seems quiet and mellow, keep your conversation the same way, okay? Don't freaking be loud. Don't cause a scene. For God's sakes, don't do that.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much, if you're talking in a group of people, a good way to gauge this, try not to speak so loud that over 5 feet away from you, people can clearly hear what you're saying.
My rule of thumb is, if a place is playing music, keep your conversation quieter than the music.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Audible enough, but not...
Yeah, audible enough that the people near you can hear it, but not everywhere around you.
Because we do not want to know how good your fish is.
Yeah, we don't need to know how cute your goddamn puppy is.
We don't need to know who you banged last night.
We don't need to know that your babies did this or that, okay? And for the love of God, we do not need to know how you freaking shave your privates.
Unless it's incredibly creative and intriguing. In which case, don't feel free to show them off. I'm not responsible for your incarceration. But hey, if you want to open up your own art gallery, that's all stuff open to interpretation. Feel free. It's not free.
Please be over 18 if you do that.
Yeah.
The Jenna Gallery.
But yeah, please, people, learn the concept of quiet. Okay? Learn the concept of an indoor voice. Okay? No one's impressed by you being able to speak louder than everybody else at the table. No one finds it endearing. Okay? It is an annoying thing that people just laugh at afterwards. Okay?
Yeah. Or
and I just realized we're doing the opposite of Seinfeld at this point because they had a whole episode dealing with quiet talkers.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a different subject altogether. And honestly, I prefer a quiet talker to a loud talker.
Depends on the situation.
No, 9 times out of 10, I'd prefer someone that can speak quietly and get their point across than a person that has to yell and says complete bullshit.
Again, depends on the situation for me.
No. Okay.
I mean, a quiet talker is not going to help you get help when you're like having what?
Yes, but 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be in that kind of situation. You're more than likely going to be in a conversation kind of situation. And the fact of the matter is that you'd rather deal with someone that can speak quietly than someone that's yelling at you. I'm not talking about an emergency right now. An emergency is a whole other kettle of fish.
Yeah, and depends on the situation.
Yeah. But, yeah, good, quiet time, people. It is a good thing. Alright, so moving right along.
So, we gotta, well, actually we got some time now.
We still got time to go. Mark?
What should we talk about?
Well, didn't you say you had something to talk about?
Yeah, but I don't know. Well, actually, yeah, I think we have enough time.
Go on ahead.
So for the ears of the young, under 18, I think you should cover.
Under 18, Mark, grow up. Anyone under the age of 13, please refrain from listening to this. Anyone over the age of 13, get Google search ready.
Now, you may call this perversion. You may call this a bit over the top. You may call this...
and when you want perversion, you speak to Mark here.
I'm not as worse as some other people.
Oh, you are bad. Because you are about to talk about something very inappropriate.
So, everyone knows the world of MMOs. For those who don't know, massively multiplayer online games.
We've spoken about them before.
Yes.
Okay.
Me and Harvey are very frequented to them.
I play occasionally, but honestly, unless I'm with a group of people, I get bored really quick. Probably faster than Harvey.
So, I've been experienced to a lot of MMOs in my lifetime. Well, usually, actually during my high school years.
When you were a loner?
No.
I'm kidding,
The
Mark.
reason how I got into MMOs was through my friend. My best friend now. Well, I don't know how strange we are now, but, you know.
Best friend at the time.
Yes, best friend at the time. By the way, he's classified as a certain best friend, but I couldn't have, like, this little funny anecdote with it, but no. But yes, he was my best friend, and he got me into MMOs, and I started playing this one MMO, which was a very, very fun one at the time. Most Asians were basically into it at the time. It was called Ragnarok Online.
Look at Mark being racist with the Asians again.
Excuse me?
What? I'm innocent!
Now...
It's not racist if it's a demographic.
So, yeah. Now, Ragnarok Online has had a very big cult following back then. Had a very big cult following back then. Harvey, you've heard of it, right?
I actually tried to play it for a while before it just gave me too many problems, but I'm familiar with it.
And I think Matt has heard of it.
Yes, I've played it for a little bit myself.
Well, it's a bit 2D. Well, it was 2D at the time. Are you pushing? I'm sorry.
Mark, get back on the story, okay? Ignore the pooch.
Sorry about that, folks. So, while I was looking through it, and I enjoyed it for a while, and then I started exploring other MMOs. I haven't really touched World of Warcraft with these guys. I've asked these guys about it, and they said, don't try to get into it.
On a slight tangent, these days, any person that wants to get into Warcraft from the start, brand new, will be spending up to and above $240 to $300.
Expansions are a bitch.
Yeah.
And it's not just MMOs too, from this tangent, because you will understand where I'm going with this.
Oh.
Also, everyone's known the Sims game, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, who hasn't? It's
If
basically
you don't know The Sims, you've been living under a rock.
yes. It's been and even in like TV shows they've done stuff with Sims before. Well, what I'm going to get into here is a bit non-PG.
It's
Not
a bit
that
blue.
we were.
It's a bit blue here. Okay, so
Mass
let's everyone dim the lights. Get your candles.
Put on some Barry White or some Sade.
And get in the mood as Mark talks about his perverted sex life. Or lack thereof.
So I was listening to another podcast, not going to tell the name because they don't need our support.
Yes, they don't.
Because we don't get any in return. But
as of right now,
if you haven't, people are perverted in a way. Let's just put it that way. And people have taken things out of context and want to have new perversions. I don't know what you'd call this.
I call it Rule 34.
But
if you do not know what that rule is, it's Internet Rule number 34. If it exists, there is porn of it.
They have now started making games that revolve around pornography. Well, not really pornography, but like sexual innuitations to it.
Yeah, they'll take a game,
Let's say,
classic thing that you might play, or
for
something new.
let's say a big one's Mario. How about that?
Have they released nude Mario games?
In Japan.
In Japan they have.
That frightens me.
Well,
Really? Why?
Most of Peach and like Daisy.
Okay.
But yes, they
I can do a quick Google search right now.
Okay, we're not doing.
That's okay. I'm not so keen on the research.
Now, this is spoofed off into like other areas as well. Like MMOs is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
They've actually made like first of all, this started off with like people who wanted to mod like certain online games like Ragnarok and do it into a adult sense.
Mm-hmm. It's usually done in sort of a campy way, something that's very tit for tat, and it's all in good fun, but it's still adult and sexual.
Not always, though. Not always.
Now, see,
Not always,
when I
though.
was playing Ragnarok, when I heard this, and I actually witnessed some of these videos, because I was curious, not because of whatever sort.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that, Mark.
Curiosity is a fun thing.
And I'm a kind-hearted individual.
Now, because I am the way I am, and I want to know why people like the way things that they like, and what makes people do what they do, I had to look at this in a way. In my own little laboratory mind, I had to experiment on this. I had to see. I had to witness.
Experiment, huh?
Okay, not like that. Now, while I'm thinking of playing this game, every scene has basically Caphras. Caphras are like the maid NPCs that teleport you or do storage and stuff. Now, every time you see a Caphra in that certain server with all the sexual stuff, there's an orc fucking a Caphra. While you're facing a slime, there's an orc fucking a Caphra. While you're killing the boss, there's an orc fucking a Caphra. While you're buying potions to heal yourself or eating, there's an orc fucking a Caphra.
Well, there's an orc fucking a Caphra. There's an orc
fucking a Caphra. So, it kind of weirded me out just watching this whole thing, because I've seen hentai, I've watched hentai, but this is getting to the extreme of it all.
Oh, don't forget what you were telling me about with the iconic main monster you encounter in the game.
Yes, the slime or pouring. It's fucking a Caphra! Ah, jeez. But yes, and then you look at the other games like Sims, which is not that bad. They just show Sims naked.
Yeah, there's all mods for Sims Naked, Sims Sex, Sims Buddha, Sims S&M stuff.
Watch, Sims Kama Sutra will be the next expansion pack to this.
Been done. There's Sims Bestiality.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow. People, you familiar with WoW, World of Warcraft? Well, there are other servers.
Free servers, mind you.
World of Sexcraft.
World of Porncraft.
Well, there's two.
Is what they're, so there's
two.
Okay.
Sexcraft and Porncraft, yes.
Yeah. And so, I believe that at least one of these is mostly just you can have your characters completely nude.
Yeah.
So
which seems very strange to me in such a gear-driven game that people want to play.
The gear's invisible.
Exactly.
So, basically, if you've watched Big Bang Theory, that whole thing with Howard fucking a troll online may come to fruition.
Even non-online games, like Mass Effect or
Mass Effect's heavily.
Yeah.
Skyrim. It has its own online Playboy spread.
Or Skyrim even. There's tons of nudity mods for Skyrim out there.
Yeah, the Elder Scrolls have been ever since the big modding community came. I believe it happened in Morrowind, but especially with Oblivion and now with Skyrim. I play Skyrim. I use some mods, but I haven't used any of these nudity mods. But there are plenty out there
yet.
And
I don't think so.
Western games. Japan has taken this to a whole other level. Just saying that right now.
Oh, there's a new game or recent game out,
and
it's a puzzle game, and it has to deal with some pretty fucked up mental problems about guilt and cheating. And
okay,
Catherine, is it?
Oh, I think I told you about this game, didn't I?
Oh yeah, that one.
I've seen.
I have the art book for it too. I have the game.
Pervert.
No, I wanted. I was interested because it was made by the same people that made Persona 4 and the Shin Megami Tensei games.
Keep telling yourself that, but whatever lets you sleep at night.
But yeah,
at least I'm healthy enough to admit that if I get a game that has porn in it, it's for the porn.
They don't show actual sex in it, Matt.
It's still implied. Okay.
But yeah.
I mean, if I really felt like it, I would so get Lollipop Chainsaw. And only half the reason is for the zombie killing with a chainsaw. The other half is Tara Strong as a sexy cheerleader.
And then you got like games that aren't supposed to be directed towards that, like the Dildo Sword is the one that comes to mind.
Yeah, what game is that actually?
I think it's one of the zombie games.
Dead Rising?
Yeah, I think so.
Dead Rising 2 has it, and so does, what's the thing? Saints Row 2.
Yeah,
Saints Row
2,
especially.
yes. But going back to the Japanese games, and then you got, like, the extreme guys who actually have, like, the other thing is dating sims. And basically you go around and you, like, basically it's to date virtual person on virtual
girl.
Computer.
Yeah, usually a girl, not always. But you pretty much you chat up this character and try to build up relationship points so that they'll go out with your character.
No, just to get in their pants.
No, it's the goal for 99% of these games is they'll fuck you and you get a porn scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, there are some extremists who actually went. There's one who actually went on to marry his DS, which had the actual game on it. One of the dating sim games on it.
Yes, and somehow they allowed that. Japan, where all the fucked up things in the world come from.
Not anymore!
Well, you know, as soon as the 3DS came out, he dumped her for a better model.
Oh.
Sorry, honey, but what can I say? She's got curves and everything I can see.
You cheated on me, bastard. Slap.
Please take my stylus and ram it into your eardrum.
But
it wouldn't reach.
What the point I'm getting across here is
not to kill somebody.
It's not to ostracize these people. It's not to
It's not shaming. It's not judging.
It's just an observation from mine.
Yes. We're not here to judge people on their perversions.
Everyone's got their own. Like, no beef on them.
At the very least, please try and keep it legal. Okay?
I mean,
we will not endorse things that are illegal, and don't make us list the
Or
stuff that's
just
illegal.
horribly immoral, even if it's not actually illegal.
Again, I take this through.
No, I won't. I won't judge immoral as long as it's done behind closed doors.
Well, depends.
No, if as long as it's not illegal as the terms of Canadian law, it's fine. So long as it's consensual between two people or more, and it's done behind closed doors, and they're not flaunting it. Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
The fact of the matter is that it's not our problem what people do in their bedrooms, as it shouldn't be the government's.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, but yeah, just there's
Okay.
some boundaries that you have to.
No, as long as it's legal, stay within those boundaries, and that's it. I don't give a damn afterwards.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is that some people just like to be kinky.
I'm not gonna say a comment, but going on.
Hey,
Yeah.
I've done nothing wrong with my life. Okay, those bodies just simply pile themselves up.
Oh, jeez. Why did I even go into this topic?
Only half of them were dead.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, I may have buried one or two.
Mind the harmless necrophilia there,
I
but
was talking about necrophilia. I was just talking about pure murder. That's more fun.
jeez, you're like an episode of Dexter.
I happen to like Dexter.
Yeah, it's like Dexter without the pretentious inner monologue.
Which is so much better now, isn't it?
So where was I? Right, perversions.
Pervading into games.
Pervading into yeah. Actually, that's not bad. Pervading into games. Again, it's just one of my. I'm not doing this out of spite. I'm not doing like this harmfully. I'm just, it's one of my observations.
It's another branch of the community.
It's there. Accept it. If you're interested in it, go for it. Otherwise, just watch a dog hump a pillow.
It's just one of my. It's just one of my observations that I have. Like, I have observed everything. It doesn't have to be perverted or anything like that. Unlike what I'm seeing right now. But God, I can't stop. Why are you humping a pillow?
He's talking to the dog, not me or Harvey.
Hey, this dog every time he comes in here. But I think it's time for our closing statements before this turns out way out of hand. So
Yes, before we reach our own Rule 34.
now, before we go on to our closing segments and what we have found out today, I'd like to when this gets posted up, I'd like to address you guys, the viewers, the listeners. If you want to say, like we've said this before in other podcasts, but I want to state this now, just off bat. If you want to say anything or have any comments or like concerns over our sanity or or questions for us to answer, just tell us, because I think that'd be a great segment to do.
Yes.
If you have anything that you want us to talk about and to discuss at length, then feel free to let us know and we'll try to
Or
fit it in.
if you want to, we can
It work.
we could try to do the Skype thing and try to get you one of you to call us and like try to record that.
That would be great.
And we could get a discussion off of that. I mean, because right now we before every podcast we usually have to talk about what we want to talk about, and usually we may not get everything we want to talk about on there, or we may be forgetting something, or
Yeah. So any comments, anything you want to say, feel free to post them. Just as a little thing, everything we do say here is just for fun, okay?
we don't know anything maliciously.
We're not saying anything maliciously. We're not saying anything hurtful.
We have no aspirations to power.
Oh no!
Well, maybe not you guys.
Again, if he starts to rule the world and if he doesn't make me warlord of Asia, I'll be fine. I say revolution. Viva la revolution! Yes.
Says the Asian guy in a French accent.
Meh.
Ladies and gentlemen, how the world has changed.
Hey, I'm Filipino, so I'm part Spanish, so...
Again, French.
No. Look at Cuba.
So, yes. Closing thoughts, statements.
Before that, you forgot. We also have an email. If you guys want to email us at the NerdParadisePod at gmail.com.
Yes.
So
the email shall be connected to the blog, so should be very easy to find.
By the way, we're making a blog.
Yes, there is a blog in progress, and all podcasts shall be posted on there.
Oh, he's doing it again. Go on.
Expect everything to be up there by the end of the month.
Yes. Other than that, that's it for contact info.
Yes.
But so our closing thoughts. We shall go down the board. Harvey.
Well, pretty much. I think it would be good for people to try to keep their basic volumes out in public. Reasonable.
Yeah, be it your voice, your headphones, your speakers.
Yeah. Try to
keep it quiet. Okay?
Yeah.
We don't need to hear your shit. Even if we may enjoy the music or something, we don't want to hear it. Okay?
Everyone's got their own bubble of personal space, which is not just physical, but also sound,
Yeah.
So try to respect other people for that. That's
it.
Being able to show
RESPECT. Find out what it means to me.
Yes. You can help give the whole of your nerd community a better public image by actually, showing that we're not all problematic.
Yes. Now, as a message to the young people, please expand your minds. I mean, don't leave it to teachers or somebody to teach you about older things. Look into it yourself. If you hear lyrics from an artist you like that they've sampled from an older song, take a listen to the full song.
Well, if they know about it.
Yeah.
If they actually cut on.
Yeah.
But
take a listen to the song. Learn more about it. I mean, it won't kill you.
Yeah. Piggybacking from his, have an open mind, with not just with music, but with everything. Like, I will say this from one of my favorite wrestlers: expand your mind. Instead of using 10% of your brain, use 13, 14. Try to get out there, think, explore, question, observe. Not. Just don't keep yourself into this little tiny bubble.
Yes. And I'll clarify, it's important to ask questions. But ask questions to learn and to understand. Don't ask just to be contrary, because that's being an asshole.
Right? Are you sniffing?
Yeah, look.
No.
When it comes down to, in the end, be smart, expand your minds, be courteous, be aware of others around you. And at the end of the day, I probably won't want to kill you.
And one final note from me. Try to respect other people's opinions as well. Like,
yes.
I mean,
everyone is entitled to their opinions.
I'm guessing.
But mine are just more correct than yours.
In his opinion.
Exactly. It's just an opinion.
But I know.
Mind you, there are a couple of opinions that are just plain wrong in today's world. But again, that would force us to go into politics, something that we will try our best to avoid to do so seriously.
Okay, I'll give you this one cue to just say it right now. You got this one chance of format.
I'm not going to go into it because
no. Just one little set. One saying is enough, I think.
I'm going to be good.
Okay. If you're good,
I'll be good.
Okay. So, what was I going to say? But, yeah. Well, respect others' opinions and views and their thoughts. Because I know when we start opening start doing the comments and stuff, we're gonna get backfire. Yeah. We'll respect your opinion. Again, we'll respect your opinion.
Be aware that any hateful remarks that we find in the comment section, we will more than likely erase, and if we can, ban.
Well, Matt, we will erase them, but if we find them hilarious and we want to like be dicks and just put them all out there,
yes,
but if it's funny,
but if it's like just pure being hurtful and bad, we will erase and ban,
and probably put a very hateful message on one of the podcasts.
But the fact of the matter is,
and then won't give you any
comments that you leave. Give the same kind of courtesy you would want to be given on any comments of anything you might post. And
we won't give you any other acknowledgement after we do that.
We won't give you. You won't get grief from us if you don't give grief to others.
Exactly. So with that, thank you for listening. Thank you for not thinking we're insane. And have a nice day.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel kind of insane.
I got a happy medium.
Yeah.
I'm not harmful, but I'm out there.
So, again, have a nice day, be nice, and remember, don't walk into the tall grass.